the vibrant land of the Igbo, nestled among lush forests and flowing rivers, lived a remarkable young man named Chukwuemeka. At 25 years old, Chukwuemeka was no ordinary man. He was incredibly strong, with muscles that bulged and rippled under his skin. His face was handsome, his eyes sparkled with kindness, and his smile could light up even the darkest day. Everyone admired him, not just for his looks, but also for his generous heart and sharp mind. Yet, despite his many admirers, Chukwuemeka was lonely. Every girl in the village was drawn to him, but there was one problem. Chukwuemeka had an extraordinary manhood that made the girls too scared to marry him. They were charmed by his looks and kindness but were afraid they couldn't handle his uniqueness. This made Chukwuemeka very sad. He longed for a wife and children, a family he could love and care for. One day, feeling particularly down, Chukwuemeka went to speak with the village elders. These elders were very wise and had lived through many seasons. They listened to Chukwuemeka's troubles and advised him to be patient. They told him that the gods had someone special destined for him, and he must wait for her. Although it was difficult, Chukwuemeka trusted their wisdom and decided to wait. In a kingdom not too far away, there was a stunning princess named Amara. Amara was 23 years old, and her beauty was legendary. She had long, flowing hair that shimmered in the sunlight, and her eyes were as bright as the morning star. But Amara was not just beautiful. She was also incredibly intelligent and wise. Many men had tried to win her heart, but none of them could satisfy her unique needs. Amara wanted a husband who was strong, special, and could truly understand her. One day, tales of Chukwuemeka's strength and his unique problem reached Amara's ears. She was intrigued by the stories and thought that perhaps he was the one she had been looking for. Without hesitation, Amara decided to journey to Chukwuemeka's village to find out for herself. She gathered her most trusted advisors and set out on the journey, her heart filled with hope and curiosity. When Amara arrived in Chukwuemeka's village, the villagers welcomed her with open arms. They had heard of her beauty and wisdom and were in awe of her presence. Chukwuemeka was especially amazed when he saw her. She was even more beautiful than he had imagined, and there was something about her that made him feel an instant connection. Amara and Chukwuemeka began to spend a lot of time together. They talked about their lives, their dreams, and their fears. They discovered that they had many things in common and felt a deep understanding for each other. Amara wasn't afraid of Chukwuemeka's extraordinary manhood. Instead, she saw it as a challenge she was willing to face. She was brave and believed that she could be the one to complete him. Chukwuemeka admired her courage and the way she seemed to understand him like no one else ever had. One day, Amara proposed that they spend some time alone together in a secluded part of the forest. She wanted to see if they were truly compatible in every way. They found a beautiful, quiet spot where they could be together without any interruptions. As they spent time alone, they discovered a perfect harmony between them. Amara found satisfaction and fulfillment in Chukwuemeka's embrace, and he, in turn, felt complete with her by his side. The news of their compatibility and growing love quickly spread through the village. The elders declared it a sign from the gods, and everyone celebrated their union. The villagers prepared for a grand wedding, and Chukwuemeka and Amara were overjoyed. Their love story had become the talk of the village, a tale of hope and fulfillment that everyone cherished. On the day of the wedding, the entire village gathered to celebrate. There were decorations of vibrant colors, music that filled the air, and delicious food for everyone to enjoy. Chukwuemeka and Amara were dressed in beautiful traditional attire, and they looked like a king and queen from a fairy tale. The ceremony was filled with joy and laughter, and the villagers danced and sang late into the night. As Chukwuemeka and Amara settled into their new life together, they continued to learn and grow as a couple. They ruled their combined kingdoms with wisdom and strength, ensuring peace and prosperity for all. Amara's intelligence and grace complemented Chukwuemeka's strength and kindness perfectly, making them a beloved pair among their people. In time, they were blessed with children who inherited their extraordinary qualities. Their children were strong, smart, and kind, just like their parents. Chukwuemeka and Amara's family became a symbol of love and unity in their kingdoms. The villagers would often gather to hear the story of how their beloved leaders met and fell in love, passing it down through generations. Chukwuemeka and Amara's love story became more than just a tale. It became a lesson in patience, courage, and the belief that the gods always have a perfect plan for each person. Their story was told for many generations, reminding everyone that true love is worth waiting for, and that the right person will come at the right time, no matter how unique the circumstances. As the years went by, Chukwuemeka and Amara's love only grew stronger. They became the epitome of true love and partnership, inspiring everyone around them. Their combined kingdom flourished under their wise and compassionate rule. They built schools, hospitals, and marketplaces, making sure that their people had everything they needed to lead happy and fulfilling lives. One day, a neighboring kingdom faced a severe drought. The people there were suffering, and their crops were dying. Hearing of their plight, Chukwuemeka and Amara decided to help. They sent food and water to the neighboring kingdom and invited the people to come to their lands until the drought was over. This act of kindness earned them even more respect and love from their people and strengthened the bond between the two kingdoms. In the midst of these events, Chukwuemeka and Amara's children were growing up. Their eldest son, Obinna, was just as strong and wise as his father. He had a kind heart and was loved by everyone in the kingdom. Their daughter, Adiz, was as beautiful and intelligent as her mother. She had a natural talent for diplomacy and often helped her parents with important decisions. One day, a great festival was held in the kingdom to celebrate the end of the drought and the prosperity that had followed. People from all over came to join in the festivities. There were games, dances, and feasts that lasted for days. During this festival, Obinna and Adiz took on more responsibilities, showing their people that they were ready to lead when the time came. As the festival reached its climax, an unexpected visitor arrived. It was a powerful sorcerer named Ikna, known for his wisdom and magical abilities. Ikna had heard of the love and harmony in Chukwuemeka and Amara's kingdom and wanted to see it for himself. He was welcomed with great honor and respect. During his stay, Ikna observed the royal family and the kingdom's people. He was impressed by the unity and happiness he saw. He decided to bestow a special gift upon Chukwuemeka and Amara. He called them to a private meeting and said, "I have seen the love and wisdom you share, and I am moved by your story. As a token of my admiration, I wish to give you a gift." With a wave of his hand, Ikna conjured a beautiful crystal that glowed with an inner light. "This crystal," he said, "holds the power to ensure that your love and wisdom will guide your descendants for generations to come. It will protect your family and your kingdom from any harm." Chukwuemeka and Amara were deeply touched by Ikenga's gift. They thanked him sincerely and placed the crystal in a sacred part of their palace, where it could shine its light over the entire kingdom. Years passed, and Obinna and Adiz grew into their roles as leaders. Chukwuemeka and Amara knew it was time to pass the torch to the next generation. In a grand ceremony, they handed over the responsibilities of the kingdom to their children. The people cheered, knowing that they were in good hands. Even after stepping down, Chukwuemeka and Amara continued to be an integral part of the kingdom. They offered their guidance and support whenever needed. They spent their days enjoying the simple pleasures of life, surrounded by their children, grandchildren, and the people they loved. One day, as they sat together watching the sunset, Chukwuemeka turned to Amara and said, "I never imagined that I would find someone like you. You have made my life complete in ways I could never have dreamed of." Amara smiled and took his hand. "And I never imagined that I would find someone who could match my heart and spirit. You are my everything, Chukwuemeka." Their love story continued to inspire many, becoming a legend that was told and retold in villages far and wide. It was a story that taught everyone about the power of love, patience, and the belief that destiny always finds a way. As Chukwuemeka and Amara grew older, they knew that their legacy would live on through their children and the crystal that Ikna had given them. The kingdom remained peaceful and prosperous, a testament to the love and wisdom of its founders. And so, the tale of Chukwuemeka and Amara, the extraordinary man and the extraordinary woman, became a timeless story of love and unity. Their love was a beacon of hope for all, reminding everyone that true love can overcome any obstacle and that with patience and courage, anything is possible. They lived a long and happy life together, their hearts forever intertwined. And even after they were gone, their love continued to shine brightly through their descendants and the kingdom they had built with their love and wisdom. Many more years passed, and Chukwuemeka and Amara watched with pride as their children, Obinna and Adiz, ruled the kingdom with the same love and wisdom that they had. The kingdom prospered, and its people were happy and content. Obinna married a wise and strong woman named Neka, and together they had children who showed great promise. Adiz married a brave and kind man named Chima, and they too had children who inherited their parents' intelligence and grace. One day, as Chukwuemeka and Amara were enjoying a peaceful afternoon in the palace garden, they received a visit from an unexpected guest. It was an old friend from Amara's kingdom, Chief Okoro. He had come to share some news. "My dear friends," Chief Okoro began, "I have heard rumors of unrest in a distant land. There are whispers of a dark force gathering strength, threatening to bring chaos to our world." Chukwuemeka and Amara exchanged worried glances. They knew that peace must be preserved at all costs. They called for a council meeting, inviting Obinna, Adiz, and their most trusted advisors. They discussed the rumors and decided to send scouts to investigate the threat. The scouts returned with troubling news. A sorcerer named Ekwensu, known for his dark and malevolent powers, was amassing an army with the intent to conquer and enslave all the neighboring kingdoms. Ekwensu's power was growing, and his influence was spreading like a shadow over the land. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Chukwuemeka and Amara knew they had to act swiftly. They called upon their allies, forging a coalition of neighboring kingdoms to stand against the impending threat. Obinna and Adiz took charge of preparing their kingdom's defenses, while Chukwuemeka and Amara focused on finding a way to counter Ekwensu's dark magic. Remembering the crystal that Ikna had given them, Chukwuemeka and Amara sought the sorcerer's guidance once more. They journeyed to Ikenga's hidden sanctuary deep in the forest, hoping that he could help them find a way to defeat Ekwensu. Ikna welcomed them warmly and listened to their plight. "Ekwensu's power is formidable," he said gravely, "but there is a way to weaken him. You must find the Amulet of Light, an ancient artifact that holds the power to dispel darkness. The amulet is hidden in the Cave of Echoes, a place guarded by fierce creatures and treacherous paths." Determined to protect their kingdom and their people, Chukwuemeka and Amara set out on the perilous journey to find the Amulet of Light. They faced many challenges along the way, from crossing raging rivers to navigating dense, enchanted forests. But their love and determination kept them going. After many days of travel, they finally reached the Cave of Echoes. The entrance was hidden behind a waterfall, and they had to use all their strength and cunning to find it. Inside, the cave was dark and filled with eerie sounds that echoed through the chambers. They encountered fierce creatures that guarded the amulet, but with their combined strength and bravery, they managed to defeat them. At the heart of the cave, they found the amulet of light, glowing with a radiant energy. As they took hold of it, they felt a surge of power and hope. They knew this was the key to defeating Ekwensu and saving their kingdom. Returning to their kingdom, Chukwuemeka and Amara rallied their forces. With the amulet of light in hand, they led their army into battle against Ekwensu's dark forces. The battle was fierce, but the power of the amulet shone brightly, dispelling the darkness and weakening Ekwensu's magic. In the midst of the battle, Chukwuemeka and Amara confronted Ekwensu. The sorcerer was powerful, but the combined strength of their love and the amulet proved to be stronger. With a final, powerful strike, they defeated Ekwensu, breaking his dark hold over the land. The kingdom erupted in cheers of victory. Chukwuemeka and Amara were hailed as heroes, not just for their bravery but for their unwavering love and dedication to their people. The coalition of kingdoms celebrated their triumph, and peace was restored once more. In the years that followed, Chukwuemeka and Amara continued to live happily, their love growing stronger with each passing day. They often recounted their adventures to their grandchildren, teaching them the importance of love, courage, and unity. Their tale became a cherished legend, a story of two extraordinary individuals who, through their love and determination, overcame incredible odds to bring peace and prosperity to their land. It was a story that inspired generations, reminding everyone that true love is a powerful force that can conquer any darkness, and that with patience, courage, and the right partner by your side, anything is possible. And so, the tale of Chukwuemeka and Amara lived on, a timeless story of love, bravery, and the triumph of good over evil. Their legacy continued through their descendants, and their kingdom flourished, a beacon of hope and prosperity for all.